Hey guys, Lizard and Narwhal back again, bringing you the actual gameplay this time of Warlock Master of the Arcane. So, this is actually immediately after I did the video about the world generation and all the stats and everything. This is actually directly after that. I just kind of tabbed F9 on and off when I came into here. So, basically this is your first town. It's called Deepwood.
You need something, handsome?
I've got rogues,
Hunters!
and I've got hunters. So I've got a basic archer unit, and I've got a basic combat unit. Now, if you right-click stuff, you can bring up a screen here that basically shows like all their resistances, how much they reduce certain types of damage, shows how much HP they have, which is 19, shows how much damage they do, which is 12, but 8 of it is melee and 4 of it is death magic. Because of this right here, poison, damage plus 50% death magic. Shows their sight range, shows their upkeep, shows their level here and their experience. You can level them up. They can level pretty high. Okay, and there's a couple types of guys in the game. This is a fighter type. Like, this is a archer type. A range type. This one has a little bit larger sight range. It's a hunter. As you see here, scout. So this is the guy that's going to be able to kind of see a lot of stuff for me. It's got forester, so passability dense, meaning he doesn't really lose a lot of movement speed when he goes through harsher terrain like forests. And then right here you see 2. The range of 2, missile damage, because it's arrows. There are lots of types of damage in this game. There's 6 different types. There's melee damage, there's missile damage, there's life damage, death damage, spirit damage, and elemental damage. Things like fire and frost both just go generally under elemental. Now, you always start off with a guild to make your first initial units, and you start with a market and a farm. These guys are standing on a farm. So now what I can do here is it always brings up these things over here, which are what you need to do during your turn. So you can kind of just click this and tab through everything you need to do, which is nice. Once you have a very sprawling empire, unless a lot of it is automated, which you kind of can, but you can't like queue up different researches like you could in Civ 5, so I guess that's a slight plus in its direction. You can only research one thing at a time, and I guess this was only released a few days ago, so hopefully this will get changed. One big knock I have against this game is right here. It doesn't show you the trees. It doesn't show you how your research is gonna go. Like, if I do this, what's gonna be there next? So like, you can't look ahead to see like the one thing that you like really want to get and then research your way to it, because it's random. As far as I can tell, this is totally random. Because in the other games I've played, my initial research panel did not look like this. This was actually pretty late in the game for me. I didn't get that until very late, like 200-something turns in. I didn't see that. So, not a massive fan of that being randomized. We're gonna pick lesser fireball because why not? Up here, this is your research. This is your spell casting panel. Okay. Now, because of my reputation with Fervus, I already have a spell. I can summon in a unit of bears. Now, if I look at these bears, they've got 10 attack, 30 hit points, which compared to the starting units is actually very high. It costs 3 food as upkeep, so they eat a lot of meat. And then they have beast, so they have a little bit less resistance to arrows and such, but they have the same kind of forest perks that the hunter did. And then they have thick hide, which gives them some melee resistance. So they're pretty good up against melee in the early game. Not archers so much, but that's alright. So these are the windows up here. This one is the world panel. I haven't been to any of these, so I can't go to them. But you can easily tab in between them once you discover them using this screen. This is your diplomatic relations window. Shows all the mages down here. Haven't seen any of them yet, so they're unknown. Shows my perks that I chose into the game, and it shows blessings. Now, this is either positive or negative. There are positive blessings that you can cast on yourself. However, there are also negative blessings that other rival mages can cast on you, like Mana Leech, for example, which basically starts draining some of your mana per turn and gives it to the mage. So you can see that here, and you can dispel that off of yourself, which is cool. This is the pantheon of gods over here. So I chose Fervus. So I've got some sympathy towards him already. And because of me going in this direction, I'm also closer to Crypta and to Lunord. So by the time I get all the way up here to being like loved by Fervus, I'm probably going to have a couple spells or soldiers from Crypta and Lunard, just because I'll probably get some side rep with them as well. The gods, reputation with gods can give you spells, access to spells, some unique spells that are god specific that require their friendship. Like these summon bears, reputation to cast 30 out of 10. If someone else is not allied with Fervus, they can't have this. It's impossible for them to use. They won't even be able to train it, let alone cast the thing. So that's kind of cool. It gives you a little bit of customization. Now, as I get closer to Fervus, I get far away from Daros. You can see I already have enmity minus 29. That's because I'm going away from him. I'm going towards Fervus. I'm going away from Daros. I've got minus 23 and 23 to Helia and Agrila because I'm going away from them. I have plus toward Crypta and Lunard. I even have a little bit of minus from Krolom and Grumgog. So by the time I get over here, basically you can only please 3 gods at a time. That's basically how it is. Because you're heading towards one main one, and then the 2 on its sides that are both adjacent to it, you're gonna get closer to as well, because it's a circle. All 5 of the others you will be moving away from. If I was going towards Krolom, Crypta and Helia would like me, and then all 5 of these would not like me. So you can't please everyone. You do need to make a choice. So gonna explore a little bit here. I see some pigs over here. And what I did there is something that I did on instinct, and I'm going to stop doing, at least for the early game, is when you start moving, if you left click, and if this is at any point in the game, like if I left click during combat, it'll speed it up to when it's done. So if you have a lot of stuff going on, you have the option to speed it up. I want to watch all of the actual movements, so I'll just be moving them around. So they're looking both ways. I'm going this way and this way. Now, right here, we've got a spider hole, which is what they're on top of, which, if you played Civ 5, it's kind of like the barbarian encampments. Now, these neutral mobs are kind of like the barbarians in Civ 5. They're going to spawn all over the world, and they're just going to attack anybody except themselves. They're just going to attack anyone. Now, this particular one here, you can see, only has 15 HP, hits for about 12, so this one here is manageable. However, there are neutral mobs early in the game that are very, very powerful that you don't want to anger this early on. These guys are kind of, I guess they're like a soft barrier between a lot of early aggression. Like, you can't just blitz as much as you want, because if you go out too far, then you're going to find some very powerful neutral mobs, and that's not what you want at all, because they'll kill your units this early in the game. Like, hopefully I'll be able to keep my distance. I want to kill them with my hunters. Over here you can see lost caravans. These are just things I can loot, get some gold, maybe some mana off of them. There's a tile improvement there. Pigs, another tile improvement. We have a tile of pigs inside our thing, actually. So we're going to go to construct building. You see over here we can make some units. 3 turns. If I was playing Civ 5, this would be like 20, because I wouldn't have anything to speed up production. This game does not have production. This game does not have production, and it does not have happiness. There's no happiness, there's no production. So there is no way to make this faster. It takes 3 turns to make this. It will take 3 turns to make this basic unit 500 turns into the game. It will always remain the same. And it will never go up, I believe, past 5. I don't think any unit takes longer than 5 turns to make, even like the best ones in the game. All they do is they cost gold. That's all it is. They do have upkeep costs. You see, it eats some food, and it does cost some stuff, so... that's natural. No big deal. So we've got a choice here of what we want to build. And the way that the buildings go is the buildings go based off of your city's population. You see right now I have 4 population. I have 4 citizens. This means that I can have 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Your capital city doesn't count. For every citizen you have, you can build another building. Okay? It's as simple as that. And all of your buildings go out here. It gives you the appearance of this big, sprawling empire. Unlike in Civ 5, where you had this one hugely cramped, massively tall skyscraper city surrounded by, like, a farm and, like, some trading posts. It didn't give the appearance of a town because it all was in here. It was all in your capital. Like, all the wonders that you built were just, like, randomly around your capital. Like, the Great Pyramids were, like, chilling out next to the Empire State Building or some stupid shit. So, this one gives you this big, sprawling appearance, which is nice if you want to make your empire. It's really nice. We're going to go straight to improving these pigs. It'll always tell you if it's a special improvement. So we're going to go ahead and improve those right off the bat. That's going to give us a lot of food. And then it's letting us know that, hey, we can recruit warriors because we have this warriors guild. Okay. Now you see here, required for veterans and warriors and the smithy. But I can only make warriors. What this means is that if I make a smithy, if I build this, then it says it's required for mechanics guild and barracks, but it is also required for veterans. Veterans are a direct upgrade of the warrior. Okay? You can click a unit, and then once you have some buildings that give like perks and stuff, there will be a little golden arrow here that you can click. It'll open up a perk window. You can buy perks with gold. There's no upkeep on the perks. It's like armor. Like you buy armor for him so his resistance goes up, and that's permanent. It applies till death. You don't have to upkeep it, which is really cool. So it's a good way to buff your units without having any sort of drainage all the time. And there might also be a little star here, and the star means that there's an upgraded unit of this available that you can just directly upgrade. Okay, so now we're going to end turn, done everything that we can. Cycles through pretty quick this early on. There's not many other people around. So we're going to get a little bit closer. Okay, I'm going to stop here because I only have 2 movement left, and if I went to these hills, it would probably eat it both up, and I wouldn't be able to shoot them yet. So next turn, I'm going to move up and shoot them. Alright, here we go. We got some goblin spearmen here. Okay, now I'm going to move into the forest, and I'm going to go for it. I don't know how powerful these... Oh, this isn't good. Now you see here, this kind of brownish, that means these are monsters. This gray means that this is neutral, so these guys belong to a neutral city. Okay? So... That's not hugely in my favor. We're gonna wait here. Because if I attack them, yeah, I'll do damage, but I'll take damage now. If I just wait for the counterattack to happen, I'll be a little bit better off. I actually did more damage than I thought I was going to end up doing, which is nice. Alright, let's move down here. And then shoot these monster-eating spiders. Some good damage there. Keep on shelling them next turn. Okay, so these guys didn't move. That's good. I'm gonna wait again for them to either attack me and I'll counterattack them, or they'll just walk away. You can kind of see this fog right here. That means there's a city right here. It's probably neutral if these guys are any indication. So already 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiles away from my main capital, there's another town that I can attack. It's only 3 turns in the game. It's right there. It's really good. We can get peasant settlers now. I believe the peasant settlers are a result of the farm, I believe. Now you can need a farm to make peasant settlers. I'm not gonna make any settlers yet, because I'm not 100% sure where I want my next town. I'm thinking like over here on the coast. It'll give me access to this silver. I might put it over here. I've got a lot of coastline, and I might be able to branch to these pigs and this silver. I don't know yet. Alright, they didn't attack me at all.
The new spell research is complete.
Ah, see, now they're on guard, though. They're on guard now. They're doing the defend thing like I was doing, so... Let's move out a little bit. If you're not directly next to a unit, if there's nothing adjacent to you, then next turn I'll have the option to rest and regain HP. I finished the pig farm, and I also finished researching that spell, so let's keep on going. See here, here's a Crypta spell. Reputation to cast 18 out of 10, you can heal undead units. Undead do not like life. They don't like it. You cannot heal undead units with heal. Doesn't work. Really cool. I think that that's realistic. What next? What's next? I could go right for the smithy. That would enable me to upgrade to the veteran. But I don't have any warriors. I've got rogues. So let's see. If you build the Rogues Guild, that gives you access to, you see, tax offices. So that's a building that like increases your money amount by a percentage, like your generation by a percentage. So, we'll do a Rogues Guild. Let's get some rogues in on this. We'll do that. Now, a lot of things like you see granary production plus 50%. So, I don't know if it's better to just kind of mix and match within a city, or say, okay, Deepwood is going to be a food city, and go like farm, granary, and then the next one, which will give me plus 75%, next one will give me plus 100% production for food, or if I should space it out. I don't know which way is the better one to go, so I'm just going to do whatever. Alright, now these guys are on guard as well after I shot them the first time. But I got a critical hit, so I still did a bunch of damage. And now they're moving up, of course they are. Ugh. And then if your unit gets hurt a lot, it's going to run away a little bit. Kind of like what happened there. Well, I can kill it. It says I can. Yep. Nice. Now, hopefully those spiders stay the fuck away. I'd want nothing to do with them. Nothing. God, I hate spiders. So fucking creepy. There we go. This should end them. Yeah. And we got a level up. So now we get to pick a perk, because he leveled up. So you get a choice between a couple different things. Cover Specialist might be nice if the terrain you're in is very, very rough. It looks like I've got forests up here. Not too many forests off on this side, but there are forest knolls over here, so Cover Specialist could be benefiting me quite a bit. But I'm going to go straight for more damage with a Marksman.
Do you need something, handsome?
Yes, I do. Need you to not hit on me because, yeah, a little awkward. So now I can rest, regain HP per turn, because there's nothing around me. So I'll leave her to do that, and then I am going to start summoning some bears. Because why not?
The new spell research is complete.
Well, loads of stuff. Construction's done on the Rogues Guild. Means we can build rogues, which is cool. We don't have another person in our town yet, so we can't build another building. Our spell is ready. Okay, so now we have to pick a location to summon these bears. There's spiders here, so I'm going to summon my bears right here. Boom. Bears. Get some. And then they ran off, and I looted the spider nest, and I got gold. So that's pretty cool. They're still resting to regain HP. I want to get this. More gold. Nice. Let's start heading back over this direction. Alright, so right here, you see this line? This is the border. So this is the boundary. So I'm very, very close to the bottom of the map. So there's more space up. There's not a lot of space down here. This is the bottom of the map. It doesn't go any lower than that. You see clouds and stuff here, but there's nothing there, and there's no way possible to pass that. You can't do it. So I'm very near the bottom. So that is actually helpful to me. Now I can just explore upward instead. Moonwalk. That's kind of cool. So this is for Lunord, because I have some reputation with Lunord. I can cast this, which gives haste, and haste gives me an extra movement point. So that's pretty good. It does cost 2 mana per turn to upkeep, so I'm not going to be doing a lot of this enchantment stuff too early, because even an upkeep of 2 is really going to hurt me. That's going to take away like a quarter of my upkeep mana costs. So that's not good. I don't want that. Let's start researching some of these resistances. I might slap some resistances on like a tank, like my bears. And the spiders wanted another piece, so the bears murdered them. It's only fitting. Let's go up here. I want to loot all these. Cool. Some gold there. There's some donkeys here. Bears, you can rest up as well. I think my rogues are almost fully rested, so I'll move my rogues out pretty soon. Yeah, I'll move them out very soon. So these guys, I'm going to go up here. I want to try and see what this neutral city is like. Fuck it, I'll move out now because I wanted to loot it. Let's get this. Get this. And ooh, there's more neutral spearmen here. I think this is... No, this isn't the one that ran away earlier, or is it? I can't tell. Whoever it is, I'm shooting them. Wounded. Ah. A Leviathan. So, he's got some pretty strong resistances. These guys all say that they have upkeep. I have yet to find a way to, say, tame these things or produce more of them. So, I'm unaware as to why it tells you what the upkeep is. Maybe that's something that's going to be added in future. Maybe some sort of spell that has an upkeep cost that's like a mind control. So you can like mind control a neutral mob. That could be good. So, I don't know. Maybe. It says it's an advanced fighter. One thing I didn't mention, I love how for every different unit in the entire game, they took the time to actually put in like a paragraph or a page or so of lore on it. It doesn't help you with anything. It's not going to like tell you any secrets or anything, but it's cool that they put that in. It's cool that that's something that exists in the game. That's nice. We're going to move all the way in here, because I want to take this. Move up. Alright, I can't attack it with either of them. Oh well. Didn't realize that. Every now and then you're going to get quests. Often it'll be from your advisor. So it's basically, hey, do something specific I tell you to do, and you'll get some extra gold out of it. So you can get these from like different gods and things. If you get a quest from a god, it will probably have a penalty for either not completing it in the allotted time or by flat out refusing it. So early on, there is none of that. Early on, you don't need to concern yourself with which quest should you take and which one should you not take. You don't need to concern yourself with that super early. But later on, you may want to. Come on, unknown great mage. Oh, here we go. Whoa, that's a lot of damage. Killed him outright, though, so that's nice. And someone leveled up.
Congratulations! You have successfully researched a new spell, my lord.
Of course, it was the one that almost died. Go out of range so that I can rest next turn, because they're hurt pretty bad. Now you see here, it only has one citizen, so this city only has, as you can see in the bottom, it has 50 HP. This goes up over the game. If your population is high, your city could have like 700 HP. It could be pretty difficult to take, unless they have very powerful units as well. I guess that is something I didn't say either. I really like this much better than Civ 5 combat-wise, because in Civ 5, everything had 10 HP. Everything. You could get a giant death robot at the end of the game, and it would only have 10 HP. And I don't think it was possible in that game to hit for 0. I don't think you were allowed to be completely immune to anything. So if you had a giant death robot versus a scout, the first unit in the game, some guy that like eats berries, has a stick, and like a tattered ass cloak, versus a giant death robot with like nuclear power, it would still end up hitting the robot for at least 1 point of damage. It would die, yeah, it would die in one shot, but it would still hit the robot for at least 1 point of damage. I'm calling bullshit on that. In this game, it is possible to take 0 damage from something. If your resistance is like 90% reduction to something, it is possible to not take any damage at all. It is also possible to be flat out immune to something. And I like that. I like that a lot. Ooh. Oh, that's very nice. So normally, you're stuck with this range arrow resistance here, 25 for an enchantment. But if you've got some Lunord rep for one more upkeep, you can more than double that 25 up to 60. And I believe these will both stack, so I'll be able to give my guys massive immunity to missiles. So that's going to be really cool. Let me see. So the Rogues Guild lets me do Rogues, Cutthroats, and Tax Offices. I need to do Tax Offices in order to get Cutthroats, I believe. So we're going to make a Tax Office. It doesn't really matter where you put them. I haven't seen of a way for a unit to like walk onto a tile and like raise it to the ground and destroy the improvement. I haven't seen a way for units to do that. I believe there are certain spells with Helia that enable you to call down fire from the sky and destroy a building. So I believe Helia can actually destroy tile improvements, forcing you to rebuild them. But I'm unaware if others can do the same. We're going to keep on poking around this way. Already found another neutral city. Berling. That's another city. We've also got cockroaches. Okay. And they're on a garbage dump. Interesting. I don't think I've ever seen a cockroach before in the other game I played. That's kind of cool. You can also left click during the turn like I just did there, and there, and there, to kind of speed things up so that your turns don't take forever.
Do you need something, handsome?
Alright, you need to rest. I can afford to go one more round against this before I really need to back off and heal up. Ooh, what do I got? Alright, so I can give him pass ability through all the different terrain types, meaning he won't lose any movement. I give him another sight range, or I give him more damage. More damage. No contest. More damage. Guess let's attack these giant dog-sized cockroaches. And that was a crit. Good job, good job. End the turn. skip through the mage, because we haven't even met the mage yet, so what do we care? Alright. So we're going to move out to here 3 tiles away so that it can't shoot us. Because it can hit 2 tiles away. I'm going to leave them there because they can probably rest through the damage they take anyway, so it's no big deal. Let's wipe out these cockroaches. Nice. Alright, end turn. Don't care about the mage. Don't care. Yeah, see, so they can reach, but it only does 3. And they're gonna heal. They're gonna heal that back eventually. So I'll just leave them there. I want to heal the bears and get the bears back in it. Tax offices. Now that we have that, never mind. We can't do that yet. Okay. Thought that was how it went, but apparently I am mistaken. Let's go up here and fire on these cockroaches now.
No escape for you.
Wow, I just one-shot all of them. That's awesome. Okay. So I'm going to grab this garbage dump and then I'm going to start shelling barreling with my archers, see how much damage I can do to it. I want to see if I can take it over.
Congratulations!
And let's see.
You have successfully researched a new spell, my lord.
We can do resistance to melee, some different magic types, or we can give him more XP per turn. We're going for that. They got Ratman robbers there. That's something that I'll be able to take on. I'm not worried about that. Ooh.
It appears there is another great mage in
Discovered.
these lands.
How do you do, old colleague? Still trying to master Firebolt?
Why you being a dick, bro? Not sure I approve. But there we go. We have found Moralbus the Hat. We can see the perks he has. All he has Archmage. I believe it's all the AIs use the preset, so I think he got a few spells starting the game as well. It's okay to get spells, to choose to have spells at level 1 if you're going to be actually using them, but it's not like those spells you get to pick in the spell thing before you enter the game can't be gotten during the game. You can still get all of them during the game. It's not like they're extra. So, I don't know. He does have casting speed, though, so he will be able to cast stuff faster than us. We are at peace with him. That's good. He's not casting anything at the moment. If he was, you'd see it right here on this side if he was casting something. Let's research. What do we got? Ooh, a lightning bolt. Could do. Could do. Well, how are things going over here? I've completely forgotten. Rest up higher.
What will it cost you?
Rest up higher. Alright, now they're pretty much full HP. So I'm going to go back in and attack next turn. Taking a little bit of damage is fine. Don't really care. Let's just go back in. Let's do it. Come on, bears. Nice. That's some good damage there. Ooh, more good damage there. I'm gonna take that next turn. Awesome. Awesome. Good job, guys. We're gonna move up. Snipe this. We damaged the city and the Ratmen a little bit, so that's cool. Let's move along. Now the city is going to hit them in retaliation, probably. Ooh, actually they're being attacked by wild bears. Never mind. They're not worried about me. Well, they will be now. They drove the bear off. Alright. My city now. Ta-da! Now I have Bloodos. Bloodos. Let's regenerate HP.
Where shall we go?
Whoa! Wild serpents here. Hold the... Oh, hang on. damn it. Ah, I fucked that up. Well, I still have enough movement anyway. I meant to go here and shoot, not here and then back. That was my mistake. I don't want those guys to fly towards my city. I don't have anybody there. Now, the cities can attack themselves. Yeah, they can shoot arrows, but it's a city. It's weaker than all your units. Bears can rest up.
What?
You got full HP. You don't need to rest anymore. Let's go exploring. Ooh, we found a spell. Saves us from having to research it, so that's cool.
Aim! Ready!
Let's continue to shell this town. Ah, now they're on to me, though. Now they're on to me. What's over here? Don't know. Ah, new building. Okay. So let's see. Now, it doesn't say what is specifically required for things like the cutthroats and all that. It won't specifically tell you, which is pretty annoying, honestly. But let's see. We'll pick one of these. Let's do rangers so we can build some more archers. That'll be good. Ooh, and I can take all of this. Oh, ooh, I got another spell. Being really lucky with the spells today. Move on up. Give you what for. Well, thank you for moving away and giving me all of this vision, because I wouldn't have this normally. Pest Hill. I think that's what it is. Yeah, Pesty Hall. Sorry. It's another neutral city, so I might take that too. For now, let's open fire on this. And then I can rest out here, so if I want to spend a turn to get HP instead of attack, I can do that. And the city's helping me out with that monster there. That's right, you better run. Probably not going to chase you down, but I could if I really wanted to. I'm just going to rest instead, because he hit pretty hard. Take this caravan. And then start going in this direction. Some lava. The terrain difference is very striking. There's volcanoes over here, there's lava hills. The difference in terrain is very striking. It's very different. Big fan of that. Big fan of that. Alright, we're gonna make a peasant settler and go up here a little ways by the coast. I think that, yeah. Okay.
Congratulations!
Let's let them continue to
You have
rest.
successfully researched a new spell, my lord.
I don't think they're going to be able to take this solo, because see, it's gaining HP back too, but it can attack at the same time, so I'm probably just going to have them move on for now, because unless I have another unit here, this is going to be a losing battle. Ooh, okay, Frost Weapon Enchant. So this will give any unit I enchant this with some elemental damage, in addition to what they normally do. So that's cool. Research that. Anything here? Now, I can't walk on these lava fields. Can't do it. It's a lava field. Now, that also means I can't loot this lost caravan with a walker unit, because I can't walk on top of the lava field. So I'll have to come back later on once I have something that can fly, and then I'll loot it. All right, what do I have? Just all spells. What do I have? If I put this on these archers, that would probably really help them. If I gave them protection of night. I can always cancel it later. It's not like I'm using my mana for anything. Ghost wolves. Ghost wolves have some pretty high attack as well, and some good hit points too. And see, these are summon. They're ghost wolves, so it is upkeep of mana, meaning I would have 0 mana upkeep every turn, because it would be 6, and I only have 6, so we're not going to do that. I'll give them Blessing of the Night. Two damage, not bad. That's less than they took last time. Construction's complete. My recruiting is done. I've got the settler guy. Actually, I want to go over here. I want to get these. That's what I want.
What?
Unit orders. Let's take a stroll. Let's get them. Nice. Killed him. Good job, good job. Another neutral town. These things are everywhere. Axlos. Oh, hello, Axlos. Hunters. Those are the guys that I already have. I already have some hunters. Alright, Smithy's gonna be next. Don't shoot my bears. Big jerk.
Hunters!
I don't know if that resistance really helped them too much. Let's do the experience gain. Alright, let's go. Oh, I forgot they were already wounded. That was probably not the best choice. Ah, I'll be fine. Ooh, my bears. Ooh, I'm gonna go with the first aid regeneration. I love having regeneration on my units. Big fan. Love the regenerating HP. Okay. So yeah, so you kind of saw this was my main capital here, and there was 1, 2, 3, 4 neutral cities that I've already found that were all relatively close. Already done a lot of combat, already taken over a city, and am trying to siege 2 more. It's only 23 turns into the game. It's not a super crowded world. The other mage is way over here, so I've got quite a bit of space to grow. This is the bottom, so I know there's no one there. There might be people over here. Haven't looked. I'll find that out later, I guess. But yeah, so this was the first look here at Warlock Master of the Arcane. I am going to end it here for now, right on this end turn, so I've already done everything for the turn, so when we next come back, I will be able to just instantly continue. Alright, so let's see. I will go open, I will go save. And you can see I've already tried a couple ones. My first game ever, I am 376 turns in already. So there's a lot of turns. And that was with the monster as the race. So I wanted to try the undead race. So I'm 153 turns into attempting that. And now this one is going to be a new save. This is let's play as humans. Okay. We'll save that. Alright. That's it for now then, guys. This has been Legendary Narwhal. And, oh, sorry, before I leave. For this, I'm only 23 turns in now. you kind of got to see what all the races are and things like that. You didn't get to see the units for the races. If this video is popular at all, if you guys that are watching it actually like watching this type of thing, then please comment, let me know that you do enjoy watching this. That will encourage me to continue to make them. And at the same time, let me know if you want to see me do a particular race or a particular selection of perks or something, because these playthroughs, each match can take a long time. You saw I was 376 turns in on that other one, and I'm still not done. I still have like 5 mages I gotta defeat still, and I'm very far into that. So these are gonna take a long time. So I don't want to pick something that you guys don't want to watch. So comment, let me know if you want to see human, monster, or undead, and then if you want to see me do any particular selection of perks, if you'd like to see a particular way of doing that. I typically play with heavy on the mana. However, you can play heavy on food, heavy on gold, all sorts of stuff. Totally up to you. So yeah, just let me know what you want to see, basically. Alright, this has been Ledger and Awhile, and I'll see you guys next time.